Oh, so you say that your mirrors flip up. Well. Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and today we're going to be going over the all-new 2020 F-350 Platinum, finished in this star white metallic, which looks absolutely fantastic here. Obviously matches all the snow that we're having. As you can see, the mountains today are absolutely covered. But as always, we're going to do a quick walk around on the truck, then we're going to take it out to see how it drives. A big shout and thank you to the Larry Miller Ford Lincoln here in Provo, Utah, for providing us with the F-350. Check out the inventory in the link below if you're in the market for a new Ford. Under the hood here, we have the 6.7 liter Power Stroke V8 that goes through a 10-speed automatic transmission now. They've upped power outputs. It's now 475 horsepower and then 1,050 pound-feet of torque, which is absolutely ridiculous. Let's go over things on the front end of the Platinum. You can see at the top of the hood right there, you've got the nice muscular bulges. It actually says Super Duty at the front, but it's kind of hard to see because it's painted white like the rest of the truck. Now we do have these new upgraded headlights, so they're still full LEDs like the previous generation, but the previous generation was like a straight line all the way down and through, whereas these kind of cut there and then it goes through, which I actually think it's a really nice clean look. Fog lights are just down below on the bumper. You've got the tow hooks right there, and then with the Platinum you kind of still get the chrome axling on the grille, but this one has a body painted bumper, which again, that's a really nice touch. And then here is one more look at the front end of the Platinum. Now around the side here we have 275mm tires on 20-inch rims, pretty standard setup for a truck. Got a little mud flap just behind it. We've got the 6.7 liter Power Stroke badging there to the side, Platinum and F-350 badging. You see the giant trailer mirrors, and then I want to give you guys a full side view on the truck so you can see just proportion on everything, and you can also see that this is an FX4 package. Here's our key fob. So we've got the Ford logo on the back. Got a couple functions on the front. So there's the unlock at the top, get the lock there in the middle, remote start, tailgate drop down, and then obviously the alarm for it. And then you can press this little thing at the top of the key fob, and that'll pull out the little secondary key if the truck ever dies. But if we lock the truck, you gotta just go lock it and press remote start function twice. That'll actually start up the Power Stroke. You'll be able to hear it out of that exhaust. Obviously I'll give some revving clips a little bit later in the video. If you press that remote start function again, that'll shut off the truck. Now the next one again is that tailgate drop down. So if you press that one twice, that'll drop the rear tailgate down on the Platinum. And you can see that it comes with free snow if you buy the truck here in Utah. But all joking aside, nice bed liner here at the top. A lot of truck manufacturers have been putting plastic covers here at the top, which I really don't like. I like it when they just do a straight bed liner. But you can see this also has bed liner in the rest of the rear. You've got little LED bed light right there on that side and on the other side as well. And then here's kind of a full view of the bed in the Platinum. Now this one has a little step just like all the other Fords, so press that button, pull that down, and then the little step system will pop out. You got this little grab bar that you can use as well, and then you can just pop that back in. Pretty simple to use. The Ford has had this for a really long time. But then if we lift up the tailgate, it's actually easy to put into place. I feel like it's lighter than the previous generation. Now I want to finish things up on the rear. So again, you've got the FX4 off-road badging on the truck, and then you've got the huge LED lights. Obviously the little sensor there is in this part of the light. It says Platinum all the way across, Super Duty just down below that. All of your plugins for towing right next to license plate, and then you do have the receiver hitch down below, and parking sensors on either side of the back of the bumper. And here's one more look at the rear. Ooh! This one's got power running boards. Now here's the door panel in the back, and we've got this nice kind of like black trim right here, and it looks like Ford has changed some things up. So this is all soft touch back here now, which is nice. It seems like they always did like kind of like the harder stuff all in the back, but it looks like they've added some soft touch. Got a little door handle right there. One of the speakers for the sound system, and then here are the seats in the rear of the Platinum. Now obviously the Platinum's more upgraded, so you got a little nice Platinum badging, but the leather using it, definitely really soft. The seats actually really soft to sit in them, especially the front seats. The front seats, the bolsters on them are just like the comfiest seats ever. Now you can pull down the little cup holders, press that. Those will pop out with the cup holders, and then we've got the whole center console area. So again, cup holders at the top, heated seats, you got all of your power outlets, vents in the back, little pockets back there, and then you can pick up the seat for the storage bins that are underneath both of the seats, and it is a 60-40 split. And here's one more look at the back. Now here's the keyless entry system, so one touch to lock it. To unlock it, just put your hand on the back of the door handle, and then you do get Ford's little keypad. Here are the trailer mirrors that come with the truck, so they show pretty much everything. They're absolutely massive. And then we can open up the door of the truck, and before we get into everything on the panel, I actually want to go over the stickers on the side of the truck. A lot of you have been requesting this, so I'm going to show you guys both of these stickers. So here's the sticker that's associated with the tires, and you can kind of freeze it if you want to look on that information. And then here's a sticker just down below that gives you like the gross vehicle weight rating, for example. And again, you can freeze the video if you want to see that information. But now that we've looked at that, let's actually go to the door panel. Again, you've got this really nice soft touch leather right here. Really comfortable to put your arm in that place. Again, the black trim, and if you look really close at the trim, you can see there's little lines through it, which is kind of interesting. Again, the door handle, window controls are in this little area with all the mirror controls. And then you got your memory seats, which you can set those to the key fobs. Like if, for example, when you unlock the truck, you can make it so that the seat adjusts depending on which key fob you use. And then here are the seats in the front of the Platinum. Again, you've got the Platinum logo there at the top. The seats here, definitely softer than the rear seats, but they're just really, really soft. Hopefully this kind of shows you guys just how soft the seats are. All of your controls for the seats are right there. Pedal layout is just down below. This is your brake, your hood latch. And then you've got your power adjustable pedals in this area. That's to drop down the tailgate. All of your light controls, and then those are the lights for the side mirrors. And then the steering wheel is going to be automatically adjustable. And here's one more look at the front of the cabin before we pop in. Now let's start up the Platinum. Put your foot on the brake, push C, push start. That'll start it up. It'll say built Ford tough. And everything will kind of come to life. You'll hear that little diesel hum. Here's the steering wheel in the Platinum. We can zoom in. You've got the Ford logo there in the center. Over here you've got all of your volume controls, voice command controls, or the phone controls. This is for the adaptive cruise control, and then that's for the center stack. That's your little stock for the lights right there. And then over here is the stock for the 10-speed automatic transmission. So you can shift the gears yourself if you want. And then this is the drive modes, which we'll show those once we go over the little center stack screen. And the leather on the steering wheel, really smooth. Got nice stitching on the inside of it. Here's the center stack. You've got RPMs on the left side. On the right side, you've got the speedometer, obviously. You've got all your gauges up there, like your fuel gauge and temperature gauge. And then you've got the center screen. This really hasn't changed all that much. It still shows all the same stuff that all the other upgraded Ford trucks have, whether you get an F-150, 250, or 350 like this. Towing status is probably the one that you guys are going to be looking at the most if you're buying this truck, or hopefully you're buying this truck to tow with it. This is where we go over the drive mode. So again, you just press that little button in there, and then it's all going to pop up here on the center stack. So I press the button in, you can see there's the normal, tow haul, eco, slippery, deep snow and sand. We're going to be driving in normal mode for most of the time because none of those other conditions are what we need, but it's nice that they give you drive modes on the Super Duty. This is the diesel exhaust brake button. You got your stability control, hazard lights, hill descent control, and then you've got the lane departure assistance and then the camera system. Now before we go over the touch screen, I just want to go over the stuff that's around the touch screen. So you've got vents on either side. That really hasn't changed all that much. This is your drive mode select. So you got locker in the rear, 2-wheel high, 4-wheel high, and then 4-wheel low. Trailer brake controls. You've got the trailer backup system, which, I mean, again, if you get any of the higher up trim packages in the Fords, they all come with it pretty much. Now getting the touchscreen, we quickly go over the camera system, and sorry for the reflection, it's just like that today, but you can see that you got the camera at the front and then the bird's eye view, and then you got all of the other views on the camera that you can go through with this little touchscreen system. I mean, it pretty much shows you everything on the truck, which is really nice. That'll be nice if you hook up to a fifth wheel. And obviously you can hook up auxiliary cameras if you need. It's one thing I like about the Fords is they include auxiliary switches and camera things in the truck already, so it makes it easier to add auxiliary items to it. And then I will show you the camera that pops up when you pop the truck into reverse. Just a regular backup camera, and then you can zoom in onto the little receiver hitch if you need to. And now let's go over the rest of the infotainment system. So Ford's infotainment system, it's been upgraded for 2020. They basically have just made response time better than what it was prior. You can see the functionality on it though is all the same. Still got all the climate controls, all that kind of stuff. And the settings tab over here, you can see that it's got all the functions that it has on the other parts of it. Apple CarPlay is a thing now. And then on these seats, since this is a Platinum, you do get the adjustments on the seats in this touchscreen, but then you also get the massage function on them. Get the little charging station here, which is super useful, by the way. All of our volume controls in this little area. Climate controls here, it is a dual zone climate, heated and ventilated seats. And then again, more of that black trim, which Kind of has little lines there. It's kind of hard to see. Hope, yeah, actually you're gonna see it way better here with the little lines that go across it. And then you get the wireless charging in here with the USB. Press again, that covers it all up. Here's the rest of the center console area. So in the F-150s, this is where the shifter is, but since the shifter's on the column, you get extra storage space in these Super Duties. Cup holder right here, and then if you guys have seen my hidden feature video, under this cup holder, that's where you pull that little thing up to put the key in if the key is dead. Center console right here with the stitching in it. I actually like the color of that stitching. Now opening it up, it's literally just like all the other Fords, but it's a ton of storage space. And then we're gonna finish things off with storage by going over the glove box. In the Super Duties, you get a double glove box. So you get a little storage space above and below. The 1500s, or I should say F-150s, you get storage space above, but you don't get a lid over it. Now up here we have auxiliary switches from the factory, and again, really nice. I just added lights onto my Raptor, and being able to just hook it up to an auxiliary switch was really nice. Power rear sliding window in the truck. These are the little sensors in the truck. Basically, if someone tries to get in your truck while you lock it, and then you got a little sunglass holder. This is for the sunroof. These are all the light controls up top, and then universal garage opener, and then if you guys notice, panoramic sunroof, and the headliner is all black in the platinum. To wrap things up, the stuff that they use on the dash looks pretty much the same as what's in the Lariat, so it looks like most of the nicer elements is like the steering wheel and then obviously the seats that you sit in. But that all being said, how much does this F-350 Platinum cost? So this F-350 Platinum with the FX4 package, sunroof, all the equipment that it has, stickers for about $84,000 before any type of market adjustment. That all being said though, let's take this F-350 Platinum out to see how it drives. Now before we set off in the 2020 F-350 Platinum, let's talk about visibility per usual. Visibility over the hood, it's actually pretty easy to see, and obviously that camera system is going to help out. Visibility throughout these mirrors is perfect because they show literally everything. And then you see the other mirror, which obviously is blocked by the Moroni sticker. And then you can see visibility all throughout the rear, just like any of the other trucks. And the view of this dash is actually pretty cool with the steering wheel and all that. But oh, I almost tried to grab down here. But anyways, let's set off. So initially setting off in the F-350 Platinum, I want to talk mostly about performance in this video, so let's get over all the normal stuff. In terms of ride quality, it's exceptionally smooth. It's probably the smoothest heavy-duty truck on the market right now for a 350 or 3500 series truck. And then in terms of road noise, the cabin's really well insulated. You do hear quite a bit of noise from that Power Stroke though. I mean, it's some good sounds, but yeah, you do hear quite a bit. To touch on to steering, the steering on this truck is very light. It's right to the point. Again, that steering on the Limited that I drove just felt so awesome, and this just doesn't quite have that same feel. I really like that new steering system on the F-350 Limited, but this is still really good, really light, really effortless. Now we're gonna get a little acceleration here and probably some tire spinning. Yep, it can't get traction. Oh my goodness. This truck has such a stupid amount of power and torque that, like, I think that Ford, I think I can really say this, that Ford has kind of gone overkill with it. And yeah, that's all that needs to be said. Like, this truck is just stupid fast. I'll get kind of like another minor acceleration with it. Once you get into those turbos, it's quick. Like, a truck this big shouldn't be this fast. Like, this should not be a thing. This is a weird world we live in. But to sum things up, I mean, if you want a truck that is just stupidly powerful, and I mean, this is just from the factory, so I can't imagine what this would be like if someone was crazy enough to tune it. But yeah, I mean, if you want a truck that's fully covered under factory warranty, that can tow a massive amount, that obviously is super quick, and I would say fun to drive for a heavy duty, then yeah, definitely check out the new Platinum F-350. And there we have it, everyone, the 2020 F-350 Platinum. Really like this if you want a heavy duty luxury truck. that can obviously tow a ton and also has a stupid amount of horsepower and torque. That all being said though, again, a big shout out and thank you to the Larry Miller Ford Lincoln here in Provo, Utah for providing us with the F-350. Check out the inventory in the link below. I will see all of you in that next video.